The ultimate end of all revolutionary social change is to establish the sanctity of human life, the dignity of man, the right of every human being to liberty and well-being. Pasuk Bet of this parak sets the tone for the establishment of this sanctity. Moshe was to convey to the Bnei Israel that Kadoshim Tihiyu. You as a nation, you as an individual must strive to be Kadosh. And the reason for this demand is Ki Kadosh Ani, Hashem Elokechem. Because I, your God, am Kadosh. From here we have 25 categories through which man can attain this level of Kedusha. The parak can be divided into 3 broad subsections. From Pasuk 1 to 25 we have the holiness law, reflecting the name of the Sidra, Parshat Kadoshim. Pasuk 26 to 31, also linked to sanctity, Kedusha, in which we have the laws relating to personal sanctity. Subheading 3 are those dinim that relate to honesty and the respect of personal space. The focus of the Sikha that I have chosen to present is a pasuk located in the first of the 3 subsections, Pasuk Yud Dalad of this parak. In Vayikra 19:14 there are 2 prohibitions. The first is Lo Tekalel Cheresh. Kuf Lamed Lamed as a Sheresh is the act of either placing a curse, a verbal incantation against another individual. It also relates to the Kuf Lamed Kal, light, as in Kal V'chomer, and as a verb it suggests treating someone or something lightly, to despise or be despised. It also implies light-footedness or moving quickly. In the context of Vayikra 19:14, either of the first 2 options can be read into the prohibition. In present-day usage, there are 2 aspects to the act of cursing. In this day and age, it points to a verbal abuse of another human being. This is in line with the second option for Kuf Lamed Lamed. A more serious aspect of Kuf Lamed Lamed is to invoke paranormal forces that cause evil, calamity, injury, or destruction, an activity that is linked to the practitioners of witchcraft. A Cheresh is one who is deaf. The opening prohibition of Vayikra 19:14 is that one may not curse another individual, even one who will not physically hear that curse. A surface reading of the text would suggest that here we are using curse in terms of verbally abusing somebody. The thrust of the command is one should not verbally abuse anybody, even somebody who is a cheresh who will not hear and hence be unaware of the insults that are thrown at him or her. In the same vein we have the second prohibition, also relating to somebody who is physically challenged. In this case, it is the Iver, one who is blind, and a common challenge to one who is blind is one involving movement, not tripping over a michshol, translated as a stumbling block. V'lifnei Iver lo titein michshol is a command that you must not place a stumbling block in the path of one who is blind. This, of course, is somewhat different to the case of the cheresh. It could be argued that the cheresh, if he doesn't hear that verbal abuse, ignorance is bliss. In the case of the Iver, the placement of that stumbling block could cause serious injury. So that the thrust of the entire pasuk is that an individual does not have the right to interfere with the liberty and well-being of another human being. Moshe Rabbeinu, however, adds one extra line of information, and that is Vayareta me'elokecha. You must fear your God. Ani Hashem. I am Hashem. The phrase Ani Hashem is code for one additional piece of information. I am Hashem and capable to hold man accountable. The inclusion of this additional third phrase will be discussed in later panels. The thrust of the Sikha is the Rebbe's analysis of Rashi's commentary to the words V'lifnei Iver lo titein michshol, and we shall be looking at the Rashi in the next panel.